Theory Level 1, Lesson 6. In Heart of Gold we introduced the term root note, and it was explained as the darkest note in the chord range of a chord. So that would be in an E minor, it would be string 6, and in an A minor, that would be string 5. Root note is an example of something called interval names that must be differentiated from pitch name. A pitch can have many different interval names, and the interval name tells us how this note works in a chord. And this might be a little bit abstract, but you can sort of think of it that the pitch name is your actual name, while your interval name is your job, or whatever job you're doing right now. So, so there are many different intervals names that we will talk about later, but the first one is the root note. And the root note is the note, the first letter in any chord. You will know that the root note of an E minor is an E. The root note of an A minor or an A major is an A, and you will find that the fifth string is called A. There is, however, one chord that we have played that does not correspond to this standard, and that's the chord that I called the small G, because if you analyze that one, you will find that the darkest note in the chord range of a small G is the D string. And in the lesson I said that small G is not the academically correct name of this chord, and that's very true, because if the darkest note in the chord range should be something other than the root note, we indicate that with a slash and then the note that we want to be the darkest note in the chord range. And in this case, the correct way of notating this G is G/D, and it says that we have a G chord with a D bass note. So the D here is not the root note. The root note is still the G. The first letter in the chord name is the root note.